So in using this polygon, we have yellow color for angle A, capital letter A. Not just yellow color, we have a filled color here. So all these filled color represents exterior angles, and all these stroke color represents interior angles. Let's see how to use it. Now let's have our pentagon, regular pentagon, 5-sided polygon. We have it this way. You can also use a regular polygon. Either using regular or irregular, you will still get the same thing if you follow the principle of geometry and your construction drawing parallel lines. So I'm using regular polygon for visual appealing diagram. Now let's have this. Let's extend this line to cater for our exterior angles. So let's fix the interior angles first. Fixing the interior angles, let's call this angle A, B, C, D, and E. Now let's extend each side to cater for our exterior angles. So we have exterior angles A, exterior angles B, exterior angles C, D, and E. So we have fixed the exterior angles. Now we want to construct parallel lines to each of this line here. So at every point, we want to draw parallel line. So let's start with this parallel line here. So we are drawing it here. It's parallel to this. Let's move to this one again. So the same parallel line. So let's add the third one inside. So let's move to this line over here. The first one will be drawn here. Second one will be drawn here. And the third one will be drawn inside. Let's move to this one. The first one drawn here. Second one drawn here. And third one inside. So let's move to this one as well. So let's quickly do that. This one, and this one. Move to the next one, this one, and this one. So we are done with our parallel lines. Now look at these parallel lines. You observe that they also form a pentagon at the center here. If you look at the shape, it is a pentagon. But that is not what we are using. Now, after we've drawn our parallel lines, so let's use the concept of opposite angle, corresponding angle, and alternate angle. Let's use it to fix some angles here. Now we are starting with the exterior angles, and we start from A. Let's observe all this diagram and let's fix corresponding angles to A. Using this diagram, so we can see that this angle here is also A. This one is also A. Let's move to the next one. The next one will be here. Do we still have another one? We still have another one again. The next one will be here. Do we still have another one? So we are done fixing A. Look at it. Corresponding angles. Now let's move to B. Look at the B. The first one will be here. The second one will be here. What about the third one? The third one will be here. The fourth one, which happens to be the fifth, 1, 2, 3, 4. So where will it be? Here as well. So corresponding angle to B. Now can we fix C? Let's move to C here. The first one will be here. The second one will be here. The third one will be here. The fourth one will be here. We are done with it. Now let's move to D. This one. The first one will be here. The second one will be here. The third one will be here. And the fourth one will be here. Let's move to E. Finally to our E. This one. The corresponding angle to it. First one will be here. Second one will be here. Third one will be here. Fourth one will be here. Wow. We have an amazing diagram. Observe this diagram before we proceed. You will see that all the exterior angles, when you add them together, you get 360 degrees. Look at this point. This point here is surrounded by all the exterior angles A, B, C, D, and E. Choose any point. You have these colors there. So which means that the exterior angles, when you add them together, you get 360 degrees, which is still the same thing with triangle. Hope you are seeing connection now. Exterior angles, adding it up, you still get 360 degrees for this shape that is 5-sided polygon. Can we fix the interior angles? Yes, let's fix our interior angles. But before fixing the interior angles, let's see something here. Let's compare it. This is our original diagram and we have removed some portion here. Now let's quickly observe it. Observe it by yourself. Now look at this. Let's start with another one. Let's start with this side A. you discover that these interior angles of A consist of exterior angles, which is B, and small part of what? Exterior angle of C. I'm talking about this portion here, this small letter A here, this B, which is exterior angles, and this small part is part of this color here, which is what? Which is C. You can see it. The same thing applies to all other sides, all other angles here. Now, A plus B plus C plus D plus E is 360 degrees. So we have verified that. Now let's put back our angle. This is what I'm saying. Now we can see that small part of this. This one is small part of this. We want to find the value of this small part with respect to what we know. Let's see how to do that. 180 minus A plus B. So we are going to get it for this guy. This guy that is here is going to be, since when we add everything together here, they all form on a straight line, they all lies on a straight line, we are going to get 180. So this small portion here is 180 degrees minus this B exterior plus this A exterior. That is what we have it. Now, if you do the same thing with this guy here, you get this. Do the same thing with this guy here, you get this. The same thing with this guy here, you get this. And the same thing with this guy here, you get this. So that is the expression you are seeing over here. You can try it yourself. Finding the sum of the interior angles, what are we going to have? We want to find the value of A plus B plus C plus D plus E. And it's going to give us, let's fix the one that we know first. We know this. Let's start from this color here. This color is A, capital letter A. This color is capital letter B, capital letter C, D, E. That is what we have here. Now, this small portion here, let's start with this small portion here. This small portion here is 180 minus A plus B. This small portion here, 180 minus B plus C. 180, what we have here, 180 minus C plus D. So then we do that until we get 180 minus E plus A. So that is what we have here. So let's simplify this expression by removing the bracket here. Doing that, what are we going to have? We have A plus B plus C plus D plus E is equals to 180 minus A minus B plus 180 minus B minus C plus 180 minus C minus D plus 180 minus D minus E plus 180 minus E minus A, what we have here. Collecting like terms, what are we going to have? Let's see that. So we are going to have how many 180? 180 plus 180 plus 180. So we are going to have 5 180. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 180. 5 places. Then we are going to have what? A minus this A minus another A, the third A. If you look at A very well. Now the same thing, go ahead and look for your B. So we are going to have B plus B minus B minus B. Go ahead and look at your C plus C minus C minus C. So if you do it for E, you still get the same thing for D plus D minus D minus D plus E minus E minus E. So we now know that A plus B plus C plus D plus E. How many 180 do we have here? We have 5 180. 5 multiplied by 180. Plus A minus A, that one is gone. So we are going to be left with minus A minus B minus C minus D minus E. All this expression, when you solve it, you are going to get this. Minus A minus B minus C minus D minus E. So can we now go ahead and do our analog? A plus B plus C plus E. Let's factorize this guy that we have here. Factorizing it by bringing out minus 1. You get minus A plus B plus C plus D plus E, what we have here. Then we have 5 multiplied by 180. Then go back and fix the value of A plus B plus C plus D plus E, which is 360 degrees, sum of the exterior angles. Let's go back and do that. So you have a plus b plus c plus d plus e is equals to 5 multiplied by 180 degree minus 360 degrees, sum of the exterior angles. Now let's factorize. Factorizing by bringing out your 180 degree. So we have 180 degree. You divide this one by 180 degree, you are left with 5. 360 divided by 180, you are left with 2. So you have minus 2 here. Now, can you see the similarities? When we use 5-sided polygon, at the end of the day, we arrive at 5 here. Not just coincidence. Now, we can now say that sum of interior angles of this will give us 180 degree open bracket n minus 2, like we've done for triangle. This is our triangle over here. You can see 180 degree open bracket n minus 2. Have it with this guy here, the same thing. We can now verify that even if you use 6-sided polygon, 10-sided polygon for this, the only difference is that your workings will be much, and at the end of the day, you still arrive at something that looks like this. It means that sum of interior angles of a polygon is equals to 180 degree open bracket n minus 2. And what is the meaning of n? The number of sides. So for octagon, for instance, which is 8-sided polygon, we are going to have, when you do it, you get a plus b plus c plus d plus e plus f plus g plus h, which is 8 sides. Will give us 180 degree open bracket 8 minus 2, which is also n minus 2. So sum of interior angles of polygon with n side is now what? 180 degree open bracket n minus 2, which is still the same thing as n minus 2 open bracket 180 degree. And we can also see that sum of the exterior angles of any polygon will also be 360 degree. So if you are asked to prove the sum of the interior angles of any polygon and sum of the exterior angles of any polygon, so you can adopt this approach to prove the sum of the interior angles and exterior angles of any n-sided polygon. And here we are able to derive formula, and the first formula is sum of the interior angles of any polygon is equals to n minus 2 open bracket 180, where your n is the number of side. And for the exterior angle, sum of the exterior angles of any polygon is equals to 360 degree. In subsequent video which I'm going to release, we are going to start solving different questions as regard to interior angles of a polygon, exterior angles of a polygon, lines. So if you haven't subscribed to this channel, kindly subscribe to this channel. Click on the notification icon, like, share, and comment your view about this video. And if you are looking for a channel to learn various topics in math and physics, you can check out this channel to learn that. And I have a playlist for learning matrix. If you want to learn matrix from the basics to the advanced, now you can check out my playlist on matrix. So if you are planning to learn trigonometry, you can check out my playlist on trigonometry. You want to learn mechanics in physics and applied physics, you can check out my playlist on mechanics as well. You want to learn circuit geometry, now check out my playlist on circuit geometry. All right, thank you for watching.